Hey there, thank you for taking the time to check out this video. If you leave before the end of it, would you mind just letting me know in the comment section why you're leaving? Was it not fun enough? Was it not interesting? Bad editing? Whatever it is, I would just like to get some positive feedback so that I might be able to improve my videos, and since a lot of people don't tend to get to the end, they don't think to leave a comment. Anyways, thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, welcome back everybody to another episode of Project Eeloo. So, last time I left off, I was over there by the moon. Excuse me. Coming back, and I was very low on fuel. Now I have no fuel. Ow, a Blator. What is that? Is that like health for, I've never seen that before. Anyways, getting sidetracked aside, I've done quite a few, what do you call them? You call them, air brakes, yeah. Done quite a few air brakes, because I did not have enough fuel to help me to, slow down fast enough. So I've been around Kerbal like 4 or 5 times now, so it's going on day 6 of this mission. I'm trying very carefully to not die. So now that I'm in a steady orbit, or well, not steady because it'll start decaying once I get into the atmosphere again. I'm definitely going to be heading towards the surface on this pass, and then hopefully I will survive and get back, and then we will have finally completed the pass by the moon objective. One thing that I learned while I was doing all this was these are pretty much useless as far as re-entry. Some people say they work, I say they don't, along with a couple other people. Okay, so yeah, that is a Blator that has not a huge amount of health left. Guess it would have been nice to bring I did bring an engineer by. I don't have a hatch though, unfortunately for him. So it'd be too much to try and take him out. What I did find, however, is that when you... Let's see. That is the direction we're headed. When you are going towards the surface, if you spin like this or some other way to help slow down, like to create more surface area, it actually helps cool all the parts. I'm sure that doesn't work in real life, but it works in here, so I'm gonna take advantage of it. So next time I head into the surface, I'm just gonna like flip like this or something, just to help me keep all the parts cool, as well as slow down a lot more efficiently than if I was just twirling on a pivot. So that is going to be the plan. I'm slowly running out of electric charge. I only have 123. Thankfully, I should be reaching the surface by this point. The ablator is fine. That's gone through going 3,000 meters a second through the high atmosphere. Space Center. Oh yeah. And it's only lost 60 health from that, so this is going to be fine. I'm going to keep the radiators off because they just suck up unnecessary energy. I think that's about it. I have a ton of science stored, and I really do not want to lose it all. So this is my life right now. Traveling 2,200 meters a second. I'm just going to go ahead and hurry this up because I'm an impatient person. Once I start getting back towards the surface, that is slowly going to... Let's see, I'm just going to start my twirl now, I guess. Just get it going. And then once I see that starting to decay rapidly, I'll go back This is going to be a moment of truth, because I'm still traveling quite quickly. But thankfully not 3,000 meters per second quickly. Okay. Like, picking up heat yet? No, not yet. Look at all those nice lights. There's like a green light, a red light. I think there's a blue light in there that I saw. So nice. Such a nice looking ship. So yeah, all my future builds are not going to have the radiators on them because they're pretty much useless. Unless I blow up going out, in which case they are, but I doubt it. I'm going to have so much science, I'll probably have enough to research 2. I'm hoping. But I'll probably be just short of 2, and I'll only be able to do 1. Doesn't matter. Okay. So all these guys should be getting quite a good bit of experience as well. $8,000 meters. We're going good. Still not picking up too much heat, which is good. That's going to be reaching surface very soon. Especially as I start getting into the thicker part of the atmosphere. We are at 1,000 and surface. There we go. It has begun. Still no fire. Probably gonna reach it about here, because we're still going 2,000 meters a second, which is not the best. Okay. Oh, there we go. Starting to pick up heat now. You see the tip there getting a little red. Alright. Let's keep our pieces nice and cool. This looks so strange. This would kill anyone coming back into the surface normally. But this is how I keep my things from overheating. This is how we do it in Kerbal Space Program. Here at Nod Industries. Dark Industries, my bad. See, everything's keeping nice and cool. If anything heats up, it's just going to keep resetting every time it gets out of the line of immediate heat. And this movement should also help slow me down a little faster. Oh, I'm really hoping that this works. The faster you spin, the better it is, so just keep with it. Yeah, the ablator is going to be fine. Electric charge is going to be fine. Monopropellant, I don't know why we have any of that stored. I don't have RCS. Anything. So yeah, slowing down, we're getting into the thicker atmosphere, and still no overheating parts, which is awesome. Oh, there we go, I see a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and turn these on. I don't know how efficient they are. If they help, but I'm just gonna deal with this. Scroll out there so I can see that better. Yeah, see how it keeps resetting? It gets a little hot and then it resets. This is how you do it. Here in Kerbal Space Program, kill your people with G-Force. I wonder if that's a thing. If that gets up too high, does it kill them? I have to test that out. Who knows? It could. Alright, we're at 30,000 and still not overheating. We're going fine. At 1,600 meters per second, we've slowed down about 600, which is great. Fortunately, I'm not able to spin as much because of how... There we are. That's working fine. Just keep spinning. Alright, we made it. We made it through the difficult part. And we're over water, which is fantastic. We're going to have a nice splashdown. No need for the radiators anymore. Oh, this worked so well. Just got to slow down to about 300 meters a second. I think. Below 200 or something like that. below 250. I don't know. I don't claim to be perfect. Is this close to the launch area? Is that it over there? Where am I? Where am I on the map? Alright. Are these safe to deploy? It is safe. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and launch those off. Got 4 of them. And no, we are not close to this over here. Oop. It's always hard to find it. It's not here, it's there. Right there on the Africa looking shaped. It's true, it does look almost exactly like Africa, it's just smaller. Alright. We made it. I'm gonna finish reaching the surface and then I'll meet you back at the Space Center. Alright, here's the moment of truth. How much did we get? How much indeed did we get? We got a total of 158 science. Ooh. Next part, we got 5,000 extra funds added to that, on top of what we earned from completing that mission, as well as like world records and stuff. And then each of them both got level 1 added to it, which is great. And what is that? So we got a little less than half value back. Well, that was a lot more. Oh, okay, so the further you are away from the Kerbal Space Center, the less of value each of these are. Well, that's fine, I'm not too worried about that. We're good on funds. Great on that. Let's do some science, huh? Unfortunately, we are a little bit shy of getting 3, but I know I definitely wanted, let's see, this one for better fuel. And then I'm trying to decide between this or a stronger engine. Now, this is a very expensive engine, but it's strong. And then this, which would help us with better aerodynamics, and we actually have a protective shield there. And more nose cones. I'm not going to get into more space planes as of right now. Landing, I'm not planning on landing anything soon. Flight control, it'd be useful, but it's not pertinent right now. This is really not necessary as of yet. Although, let's see, atmospheric pressure. We're going with this. That's what we're going with. We're at 70, so we're just 20 science shy, unfortunately. Alright. So, now we gotta deal with what are we doing next. I did upgrade this, so now I can have a total of 7 of these. I have one active, which is orbit the moon. And then a bunch of these are ferry and test shields and stuff. Plant a flag on the moon. That would be quite significant. I'll grab it, sure. Alright everybody, I'm back. I did a little bit of work on a brand new rocket, and while I was doing so I had to upgrade this because it was too heavy. So now it's got unlimited size and unlimited weight, which is awesome. And we're not going to do this right now, and we're not going to plant the flag on the moon. We're just going to try and orbit the moon. So that required a good bit more of fuel, and to combat that, I give you the, as it loads, Tobias 1. Now that I look at it, this thing is gigantic. It's almost 100 grand to launch this thing, but I'm hoping that it will do well. Still wish there was some way to set the stuff up so that it would just, like, because there's maximum temperature, but the speed, of course, and altitude just break it. So I could put them on, but that's of course going to be more, like, it's going to take a bit to slow these down, so I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm hoping that I'll get a good bit of funds back from that. So yeah, I've got all the stages set up. I've got the Kerbals inside, and I am ready to launch. So here we go, the Tobias 1. Launching in T-minus 3, 2, 1. Alright, I successfully got into orbit now, and I'm ready to start looking for an insertion point. Oh, too far. Alright, preferably one that's nice and slow. Let's see. It'll be an easy one. That'll be a bit difficult. However, that one would probably be pretty easy to close if I did it right there. Let's see. What would that periapsis be at? 17,000 meters. That one would probably be the best. And I doubt it would be very difficult to close that. I think we're gonna go for that. That's our burn. Thankfully that's actually a pretty slow or pretty short burn, 25 seconds, 871 meters per second. Burning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Right. Everything looks good. Alright, almost there. Looks like I'm gonna go right into it. There we go. 22, I can deal with that. I can deal with 22. Alright. We are successfully on our way. Alright, we are now in the clutches of the moon. So let's see, what do I need to close that? We don't want to do that there. That's for sure. We'll probably want to do it closer to here. Get a stable orbit. There. 23 and 20, that would be perfect. And how much fuel do I have? Oh, I have lots, that's fine. Alright, let's observe the material bays now. 50, holy crap, that's good. 4.6, I'll keep it. Take the temperature. Nothing. High over the moon, okay. Let's get a little closer to the moon, shall we? Alright, let's get into position to fire so that I'm ready. Alright, at 9 seconds we're starting our burn. 10, 9, I'll start a little later. Alright, starting it now. We must get into orbit. And we did it, we are in orbit. Technically I could just stop there. I don't need to get into a low orbit. I already have my stuff and I already got the contract filled. So what did we get from that? We got science, returned home, I've gathered first scientific data from the moon. How long ago was that? I think that was a little bit ago. And then a stable orbit, 70,000 from that. That almost gave me back all that cash that I spent. Which is nice. 15 reputation and 6 science. Awesome. Now I just need to get home. I'll go ahead and get rid of that. The moon looks so nice. So nice. Oh, EVA sample. Before I forget. Get out. Take an EVA report. 24. Whew. Now I just gotta get back. Alright. I have myself in a pretty good air brake position here. pretty sure I'm not going to need to do too much else until I'm ready to start entering the atmosphere again, so I'm probably going to end up using the rest of my fuel to help slow myself down once I'm closer to the periapsis so that I don't get any deeper into Kerbin's atmosphere, which would be bad because I'll be traveling at about 3,000 meters a second once I go by. So, yeah, I think I will see you guys once I'm ready to start the air brake final burn, and then I'll be throwing off all that extra weight. Put that on, and let's go. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start the burn now. Yeah, I think I might have enough to just completely stop myself this time. Won't have to air brake. Air brake is just a little helper. Yeah, look at that. Oh, okay. Just keep braking, I guess. Use up the rest of that fuel. And there we are. Do a kind of vertical-ish tumble, so let's get oriented so that one button will do it. And turn SAS off. Get the spin going. And here we are back on Kerbin. Another wonderfully successful mission to the moon and back with the Tobias 1. So we got another 163 science added to what we had before. We got, let's see, 3,000 funds back, only 22% value, but I really don't mind. Bob is now level 1, which is nice. And we have, how much, did I see that we have 200 reputation or something like that? That's crazy. Alright, research and development. Definitely getting this now. And I wouldn't mind getting some new science type. I wonder if you can do a special type of science from this. Yeah, I think we're going with landing because I don't quite need that right now. Let's get it. There we go, another 3. So there is that thing that could be an issue as far as this project is going. Technically, once I get enough materials, I could just skip everything and go straight to Eeloo. However, to make this more interesting, I'm going to hit the main point. So I'm going to hit every moon around Kerbin. I would definitely like to visit Eve. Moho would be quite difficult to try and find. Or, like, not find, but get to because of how close it is to the sun. I'd like to hit Duna, Dre's, definitely Jewel, and probably Lathe, since it's a habitable moon. And then finally, Eeloo. So I think that's going to be the plan for me. Alright, everybody, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Project Eeloo. We successfully orbited around the moon. And I did accept quite a few contracts, which is why this number is so much higher than it was previously. I have a bunch of things I'm going to do off camera, but just because it's going to require time and stuff that we've already seen. So basically, I'm just going to do the stuff that is difficult or like kind of tedious, I guess. Off camera, and then show you guys the most interesting parts, like visiting a new destination or maybe going to a new biome on Kerbin, something like that. So, thank you all for watching very much. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time on the other side.